Hello, my friends. This is a second part to my gentle yoga class. It is a restorative shavasana, restorative um, type of class. I sometimes do this at the end of my gentle yoga class, but it can be done anytime. It can be done at the end of a long, hard day. Whatever you need to do to de-stress and unwind. We do use some props. This is a skinny bolster. I have these at my studio, but not everyone has them in their homes. And so if you do not have one of these, I rolled up a blanket and it would act. You want a sturdy blanket to act as a bolster. In my studio, I also have the big red bolsters, but I am at home, so I do not have the big red bolsters. So instead, I have a couple of thick pillows. And so we'll be using both of these in class today. The biggest thing you want to do right now, though, is get yourself ready to just relax. So if you want to turn on some sort of soothing music that is soothing to you, I don't have any music playing in the background here because I wanted to give you the ability to tailor that to what you like. So you can put some soothing music on in the background. If your home is chilly, you can get extra blankets. The biggest thing is you want to get warm and comfy. Turn off your phone, turn off anything that's going to have outside stimulation. And so we're just working at getting 25 to 30 minutes of just quiet peacefulness. And like I said, this is a perfect way to end your day. If you do use this as an end of day, I recommend you do this class and then go to bed. Don't do this class and then check your phone and emails and all of that sort of thing. Because the purpose of this is to really kind of clean the slate. So the first thing you want to do is get yourself really comfortable. I like to have socks on. I like to have a longer sweatshirt on. We're going to keep you in the poses for 3 to 4 minutes. If you find that you're loving these poses, just get yourself in a pose and pause the video and stay there as long as you want. And then you can always join back up with us later. So the first one, we're going to take this bolster and it's going to go the lengthwise of our spine. So if you think about it, it's going to go right under our spine. The big thing, though, is that you don't want it under your tailbone. It's going to come up so that your tailbone is still on the ground. So, for example, I am going to put this bolster down. I'm still sitting on the ground, and I want to put the bolster right under the top of my tailbone. And then relax your head on the bolster or on the blanket. Okay, so then from here, you roll your shoulders open. This is a fantastic pose for people that sit at a desk all day because it really helps open up those shoulders. You want your palms up. If your palms are down, your shoulders aren't open. They're rounded and closed. So open those shoulders up. And then from here, your legs can go straight. You can bring your soles of your feet to touch into a Baddha Konasana, Supta Baddha Konasana, or you can take those pillows and put them under your knees. Okay? So whatever you find comfort, shimmy around a little bit. You want to get yourself so that you get all the movement out. And then close your eyes. And relax. We're here for 3 minutes. moving slowly. Good to bring your knees up so that your feet are flat on the ground. And then roll to one side, off your bolster or off your blanket, and push yourself up to sitting. If you found your mind starting to wander during that, easiest thing to do, the best thing to do, is bring it back to your breath, the quality of your breath, the feel of your breath. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take our bigger bolster or our pillows, and we're going to do a twist, a type of twist. So you're going to have your knees facing one way, and you're going to bring that bolster, that pillow, as close to your hip as you can, okay? And then we're going to turn our whole torso towards our pillow and relax on down. So for example, right now, I'm going to rotate all the way towards my pillows. I'm going to walk my hands forward. And then with our hips still on the ground, you're just going to rotate down and relax. Moving slowly, use your hands to push yourself up, back up to sitting. Keep the pillows where they're at, and just move your legs to the other side. So we move to the other side. So now the same thing, our knees are off to the side, the bolster is at our hip, and we're going to rotate. Lengthening your spine. You want to make sure you have a nice long spine, and then lower down onto the pillows. Gently use your hands to push yourself up to sitting. Spin your legs around. So from here, we're going to take our bolster again, or our blanket. And this one is very important that if it's new, if this is a new pose to you and it's uncomfortable, use a blanket that has a smaller roll to it. Sorry, Mike. Use a blanket that has a smaller roll to it. So this is going to go right under your shoulder blades. My cat, Millie, is here to help me. So it's going to go right underneath your shoulder blades. So right here, I'm going to roll back onto it. And then you want to roll the tops of your shoulder blades up and over. So it's creating this kind of counter arch to what we normally do in our day where we're slouched over. Your arms can go out in front of you. Your legs can relax to the side. Now, if this is a new pose, this can feel very intense and uncomfortable. And so be careful with it. Go gentle. If you need to come out of it at any time, by all means. We won't stay in this pose for the full 3 minutes. But as you do this pose longer, it becomes easier to stay in it, and you might want to pause the video and go longer. Bring your knees up, feet flat. Several different ways to move this bolster. Now you can roll to one side to remove it, or you can curl up to remove the bolster out from underneath you. From here, we're going to bridge up, and we're going to put that bolster crosswise under our hips. So you do not want it on the small of your back, but rather right on the top of your pelvis. So that when you straighten your legs, it's right underneath your hips. So it's not too far. It's not all the way down at the sit bones. It's up more at the top ridge of your pelvis. And again, if this is uncomfortable or there's any pinching, do not stay in it. You can always bend your knees to get your body used to this. You can put your knees up on your bolster, your pillows, or you can bring them straight down to the ground. Again, we will not stay here for a long period of time. This is another pose you build up to. Bend your knees, lift your hips. We're going to slide the bolster down under our knees. So you want it right under the crease of your knees. Your feet splay open, your shoulder blades flat. This is our final resting pose. I invite you to stay as long as you wish in this pose. When you decide it's time to come out, just simply bring your knees to your chest. Roll to one side and push yourself up. So with your bolster underneath your knees, shoulder blades flat. Release any leftover tension in your jaw. Fill your belly with a breath and then let it all go. Take a couple more deep cleansing breaths. And then settle into this pose for as long as you desire.